Welcome to the Land OS, the first digital land ecosystem. What you're looking at here is your dashboard where every parcel that comes into our pipeline is scored automatically using our sniper score framework. Sometimes we might call it the prioritization score. It's the same thing. You see all your KPI rows right here where you can see all the messages that kind of come in and out, your response rates and everything. Um, when we talk about the sniper score specifically, here's the game changer. This score, every property gets a score from 0 to 100, and it is not random. It's built in on 5 key pillars, one being the ownership situation, the title history, the parcel quality, the marketability, and the contractability, right? So we are prioritizing our deals based off of these metrics here, right? So here's an example of what we mean when I say the ownership situation. Okay. So let's say we take the ownership. If the mailing address doesn't match the property, that's obviously an absentee. If they're out of state, that's even stronger. If it says heirs or estate on the deed, boom, we have instant motivation. Distance and inheritance is a higher motivation in land, right? Going to the title and deed motivation, this is another big piece. So let's say a $0 transfer or a quick claim deed, that's that's classic motivation. And the longer someone's held the land, 10, 20 years, the more equity and the less use, that gets weighted too. So we're taking in both of those into consideration when we're looking at which leads might be higherly desired and versus not, right? Now we're going at the parcel quality, and this is when we look at the dirt itself. Is it at the 1 to 5 acre sweet spot? Does the zoning allow a clean house build? Does it have road access? Is it in a floodplain? All of those points stack up. So the good dirt gets rewarded and the problem dirt gets penalized. So this is how we determine the parcel quality. Now the marketability, although the score isn't that high, this matters a lot because it's about the demand. If the land's inside a city or service area in our hot cities that's already platted in the subdivision, it scores higher because we know that builders and developers probably want that land, right? So we bump it up a little bit. All right. Now here's the contractability. I said contractability, contactability, right? You can't close what you can't find. If the skip tracing gives us 6 numbers and relatives, and that maxes his points. If we only get one disconnected landline, that lead sinks. So we need more at bats to produce results, right? So if you don't have enough, data in the CSV file that you upload, then it's probably going to score a little less because of that. All right. So now we go back to the app itself. You'll see those scores pop up right here on the top. On the bottom here, and you can sort it if you want and put it where it has the highest scores on the top and lowest scores on the bottom, and you can solely market to these different rankings if you would like. Right now, when we come to our campaigns, we have a unique campaign system that will allow you to market directly to your niche or your prioritization score, which we'll go back to that. So this is what it would look like once you want to upload a lead list. Let's say you want to upload one, you already downloaded, you have a skip trace lead list. You would just simply just drag and drop it there. It'll pop up here. Now, when it does this in our system, we like to prioritize looking into multiple different niches, not being one trick ponies, and having the ability to market to that specific niche and personalize those campaigns. So I'll explain why this breaks down into different data sets, right? So you see here it has the out of state vacant, the agriculture, and the location. This one is smaller residential, in California somewhere. These are all different niches in different places. And so how you market to them might be a little bit different. So we actually prioritize that in our system. So you would just hit submit data set, boom. And what it's going to do is going to take you to your lead list. What you see here, as soon as you upload your CSV file, it's going to break down and it's going to tell you how many leads you have in that data set, right? Now, this gives you the ability to hyper focus on a specific niche or buyer criteria. Some buyers only really want a certain zoning. So you'll be able to prioritize your marketing based off of the zoning and the location of that lead So if you meet somebody and they ask you how many leads you have in a certain place or whatever, you'll be able to instantly tell them just by looking at the hash right here. Right now, here's how our campaign builder works. We made a simple campaign builder so that way, even if you're not the most tech savvy, you can still get the best results by using our campaign builder. Right. So if you come here on the top, you add your campaign, you'll see here that you can do unlimited messages through your automated sequences. The unique thing we did here, we have a really land specific smart inbox where you remember those data sets that I showed you all, they'll pop up right here, right? So let's say if I wanted to run a campaign that was specifically catered around the vacant R3 Georgia niche, right? I could do that. And I can personalize my messages and cater my messages specifically for that niche instead of just sending out the traditional broad message, hey, do you want to sell your land, right, to every single lead in your pipeline. You will be able to cater your messaging specifically to this niche, right? The other thing that we did is we added different tags. So if you're like me, you do multiple different strategies. You might wholesale a deal. You might want to do a minor subdivide. You might want to buy and flip it. These are all different strategies that you can do, and you might cater your marketing specifically to match that strategy. So what you can do is you can select the tag, the size, and whatever location that you're kind of going after. This way, you are able to even better enhance your campaigns and make them more personalized based off of not only the strategy, but the niche as well. So now you have multiple different ways to hyper focus on the deals and the leads that matter the most. And you're able to personalize your marketing to those leads. So then you would just hit save and it will automatically save this campaign style to your pipeline. So anytime you want to run a campaign that was specific to this niche, you can just click it and then send off the campaign instantly. Right now, we do have a lot of other features that we're going to add on to our platform. Stay tuned for the next video, and we'll break down some of the other features, including the inbound OS, our connector with the settings, the profile, and more.